Hello everyone, today I am starting with introducing the story, and the name of the story is Salt, written by Mahasweta Devi. The story Salt is translated in English by Sarmishta Datta Gupta and was published by Sahitya Academy, New Delhi. Mahasweta Devi's story Salt is set in Jujhar, a tribal village along the Palamu Reserve Forest, in the years following the emergency and the defeat of the Congress in the subsequent elections. It represents the plight of the tribals deprived of arable forest land by the Hindu traders who came there after the कोल रिवोल्ट. और ये कोल रिवोल्ट जो है 1831 में हुआ था. When the story begins, the entire village is shackled into forced labor without wages by the landowner Uttam Chand. द ट्राइबल्स लिव ऑफ द फॉरेस्ट, मतलब उसी पे फॉरेस्ट पे ही वो डिपेंड थे, अनअवेयर ऑफ देयर राइट टू अ शेयर ऑफ द क्रॉप्स ऑन द लैंड दे टिल until a new minister takes power after the election in 1977. The organized youth, the organized youths with Purti Munda challenge Uttam Chand and decree means बोलना या ऑर्डर करना है ना, that the tribals must receive half the share of the crops. By way of revenge, Uttam Chand decides to deprive the tribals of salt, a basic though cheap commodity. The people of Jujhar come for their weekly market to Palani or Muru. All the grocery shops of these two markets belong to Uttam Chand. He said, let them have a taste of saltless gruel. Niwala. Such ingratitude after being fed by me for so long. The narrative traces the long-term effect on the tribal of this vindictive strategy. Vindictive means revengeful. The tribals resort to all kinds of strategies to cope with the problem. They go to the forest contractor, barter crops for salt, pray to Haramdeo. Haramdeo means उनका कोई देवता होगा, and exchange hands for salt. Barter system होता है जिसमें कि हम जैसे सॉल्ट ले रहे हैं लेकिन उसके बदले में वी आर गिविंग कोई अनाज हम दे रहे हैं, कुछ खाने की चीज़ दे रहे हैं. ओके, द यूथ कमेटी आस्क्ड द मेडिकल रिप्रेजेंटेटिव about the importance of salt for the human body, but the answer is bewilderingly technical. Okay, अब क्या बोलता है जो मेडिकल रिप्रेजेंटेटिव है, वो बोलता है generally the function of salt in the body are regulation of the osmosis level, maintenance of the balance of water and blood volume, maintenance of the acid base balance, supply of the basic essential elements to bones and teeth, and maintenance of proper irritability of muscles and nerve cells. It was also essential for coagulation of blood. All this seemed Greek to him. When confronted, Uttam Chand claims that the tribals are liars. Eventually, the youths forget the issue. Meanwhile, Apurthi discovers another source of salt, the salt lake for wild animals. He also witnesses the mischief wrought by Akoya, the lone elephant. अब वो क्या बोलता है? Akoyas are generally unpredictable. Their behavior and attitude becomes irresponsible as a result of being overthrown and driven out of the herd. The loner wet the salt lake before he left. Purti realized the animal's wicked brain behind its mischievous act. The headman warns the tribals not to annoy the elephants, who are known for their vengefulness. The salt lake is shifted, but Akoya is suspicious and changes his habits. At first, the tribals are careful not to be seen when they steal salt from the lake. Then they get bolder and are seen by Akoya. Near the Palamu fort, Akoya attacks the culprits and tramples them to death. ओके नाउ बुक से ही एक एक्सट्रैक्ट लिया गया है जो कि बुक महाश्वेता देवी ने लिखी है उससे. द एलिफेंट इज़ द लार्जेस्ट टेरेस्ट्रियल एनिमल बट इफ angry elephant decides to outwit man, it could treat more softly than an ant, taking care not to crush dry leaves under its feet. Being unbelievably cautious. So when Purti turned around, it seemed the old Palamu fort was approaching them. An elephant looks much bigger than its size as it gets nearer though. The elephant silently used its trunk and feet, but the three men screamed madly. An official probe yields puzzling results. Nobody believes that someone could die stealing salt unless drunk. The crime is labeled an irrational act and taken to prove the need for human intervention in preserving wildlife. Akoya is declared a rogue. Rogue means devil, and killed, but the headman is uneasy. 3 men and an elephant would not have died if salt was available. He doesn't have the words to express this insight. He can only say that it is not fair. It is not fair. He returns to his own habitat, knowing that urbanities means शहर से आए लोग will never understand how salt can cause a life and death battle. Now the story is finished here. Thank you so much. Please subscribe my channel if you like it. अगर आपको कोई हेल्प चाहिए असाइनमेंट में या नोट्स चाहिए तो आप मेरे व्हाट्सएप नंबर पे मुझे मैसेज कर सकते हैं. थैंक यू सो मच.